Luna and the Starlight Garden. Luna is a kind and curious girl who lives in a small village at the edge of a deep forest, and she loves the night sky because she thinks the stars tell stories to those who listen to them closely. And every evening she goes to a little hill near her home to watch the stars appear one by one as the sky turns dark blue. And she sits on a soft patch of grass and imagines that each star has a name and a song. And she dreams of visiting a secret garden that she has heard only in old tales, where starlight flows like water over the petals of magical flowers. And one clear night, as she watches the sky, she sees a bright light far in the distance, shining with a silver glow that looks like the reflection of a star. And she stands up with wide eyes and feels a gentle wind that carries a distant song like a lullaby. And she knows in her heart that this is her chance to find the hidden garden. So she takes her small lantern that glows with warm light and her soft cloak to keep her warm, and she steps carefully down the hill path toward the forest. And the leaves of the trees whisper in the breeze as she walks along a narrow trail covered with fallen pine needles and petals from white flowers. And she listens to the night song of crickets and the gentle hoot of an owl as she follows the silver light that glows ahead. And soon she finds an ancient stone arch covered in ivy and moss. And the silver glow comes from behind a thick curtain of vines, and she takes a deep breath, pushes aside the vines, and steps through the arch into a glowing clearing where the air smells of jasmine and wild mint. And before her feet she sees a carpet of flowers that shines softly under the moonlight, each petal glittering with tiny silver drops that look like tears of the moon. And the flowers sway gently as if they are alive and hum with a sweet melody that makes Luna smile. And as she moves forward, she sees 3 tall pillars of light rising from the ground and twisting upward toward the sky like the columns of an old castle. And each pillar has a flower at its top that glows with a different color. One shines bright blue like the first morning light, another shines golden like the sun at noon, and the last shines pale pink like the soft dusk before the stars come out. And Luna remembers the old tale that says the magic of the Starlight Garden depends on these 3 magic flowers, and that the garden will fade away if their light is not renewed every 100 years. And tonight she has the chance to save the garden and keep its magic alive, and she feels both excited and a little afraid because she does not know how to reach the flowers safely. So she breathes slowly and speaks out loud in a clear voice, saying, "Dear garden, I am here to help you, and I will guard your magic with kindness and care." And suddenly a gentle voice answers from the air, saying, "Brave child, to renew the magic you must find the blue star water, the golden sun pollen, and the pink dream dust, and bring them to the flowers before the moon slides behind the clouds." And the voice fades while a small glowing bird with silver feathers lands on a stone near Luna and looks at her with wise eyes, and it says in a soft song, "I will guide you to the first source. Follow my wings." And the bird takes off into the night sky, leaving a trail of sparkles behind, and Luna follows the sparkles across the clearing until they lead to a small pond that mirrors the stars above, and the water is very still and dark with tiny lights dancing on its surface. And Luna kneels on the cool grass near the water and sees that the surface glows brighter at one spot. So she scoops up a small bowl that lay beside the pond and fills it with the bright blue water that feels cool and silky in her hands, and the water hums with gentle music like waves in a quiet sea. And Luna thanks the pond with a soft whisper before she replaces the bowl, and the water glows still as if nothing changed. And she looks for the silver bird, but it has flown higher, its song guiding her next. And she follows a winding path deeper into the flowers where the golden pillar stands still and silent, and she sees a circle of rare sunflowers that turn their heads toward a single moonbeam. But Luna knows that these are not ordinary sunflowers because their seeds glow like gold, and she remembers her grandmother's soft words about respect for all living things, so she gently touches the stems and asks politely, "May I take a little pollen to help save the garden?" And the sunflowers bow their heads in answer, and a few golden drops of pollen fall into her palm like tiny stars, and she breathes with gratitude, hums a short song of thanks, and places the golden pollen in a small jar she carries. And as she climbs over a mossy log, she feels the wind change, and she sees the last pillar shining pale pink beyond a whispering grove of silver-leaved trees. And she walks under the trees, which sway like dancers in a gentle breeze, and she follows the smell of sweet roses and the sound of quiet laughter until she reaches a hidden hollow filled with soft rose petals that look like pink snow, and in the center of the hollow stands a single rose bush covered in pale blossoms that shimmer with dream dust as light as a soft cloud, and Luna reaches out her hand with gentle care, sings a tiny melody that her mother taught her, and the blossoms open to release a cloud of pink dust that settles softly into her jar. And the dream dust feels warm and comforting in her bag as if it carries hopes and happy memories, and Luna closes the jar and turns back to the clearing where the pillars glow still but a shadow sweeps over them as the moon hides behind a moving cloud, and Luna hurries back across the flower carpet carrying the 3 jars, and the silver bird swoops down to guide her to the flowers, and the bird's wings light the path like a lantern on a dark road, and when Luna reaches the base of the first pillar she places the blue star water in a small leaf bowl and it sparkles against the flower petals like morning dew, and the flower at the top glows brighter than before, shining with pure blue light like a new dawn, and a soft cheer echoes through the garden, and Luna moves quickly to the second pillar where she sprinkles the golden pollen onto the petals and the flower opens wide with golden rays flooding the garden like sunbeams, and the air warms with gentle light. And she tiptoes to the last pillar and gently shakes the jar so the dream dust drifts down onto the petals, and the flower glows with pale pink light like the end of a sweet day, and the whole garden fills with soft color and gentle music as if the world sings with joy, and the pillars of light merge to form a grand arch over the pond that reflects all 3 colors in shining ripples, and Luna feels a wave of happiness and calm wash over her because she has saved the magic of the Starlight Garden and honored its life with kindness. And the silver bird lands on her shoulder and gives one last soft chirp before it disappears into the night sky to watch over the stars, and Luna looks at the moon which shines bright and full again as it peeks from behind the clouds, and she feels a gentle breeze that carries a soft song, "Thank you, kind soul," and the garden glows for a while longer before the soft glow fades into the moonlight and the old stone arch reappears beyond the ivy and the vines. And Luna steps back through the arch into the forest path and hears the stars greet her as she walks home, and when she reaches her village the sky is clear and the stars shine like candles in the dark, and she climbs the little hill near her home and sits on the soft grass looking at all the bright lights, and she thinks of the blue water, the golden pollen, and the pink dust, and she dreams of sharing her story with her friends, and when Luna finally returns to her cozy room she places the empty jars on her shelf as a reminder of her brave journey, and she drifts to sleep in her warm bed with her heart full of joy and her mind filled with starlight, and she knows that the magic of kindness and respect can keep any secret garden alive and that she will always remember the night she saved the Starlight Garden and that whenever she hears a soft breeze in the trees she will smile because she knows the garden lives on in every star that shines above her.